Thanks for joining us here on DA. It's all yours.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Clint Capella's game.
You already do. You and he are winning players. David, thank you. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And it's Hunter in at the small forward spot. And Cousins throws it down.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
Bogdanovich against Love. Outside Collins. And Greg, as we near the end of the regular season, some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and the lottery teams sometimes ready to call it a day.
Well, a lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games do count.
Williams from outside, and it's John Collins with the rebound. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Young with the ball. Williams picks him up. Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. 5 on the clock. Floats one. The baseline jumper goes down. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And that one's good. James.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Collins. The pass to Bogdanovich. No good on that one. Nice D from Cousins. Outside Williams. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Hawks. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Collins, and the rejection by Cousins. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Hunter. And just miss after miss right now. That's leading by 5. The drive by James. Basket good. James has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
T-shirt. Come on, everybody. We got T-shirts for everybody. All right, folks, coming onto the court. Come on, get loud. We're going. Brooklyn.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Bogdanovich.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Capella finds Bogdanovich. Now, here is Young. Back to Bogdanovich. Off target with his three. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's tipped. Bogdanovich against Jordan. Love deciding where to go with it. Hunter with some nice defense.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And here's Love for 3. Hunter grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star Game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the fourth youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
And here is Johnson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Can they get it? And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Brooklyn leading by 10. Drives to the hoop. Embiid kicks to Curry. Gordon against Johnson. Puts up a three. And the Nets, another three.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Young, right side. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Curry with a wide open look. And the Nets, another three.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Young up top, guarded by Curry. Kicks it out to Johnson. The Trae. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young.
Just do your work, try to get open, and Trae's going to find you.
Here's Curry. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Passes to Herter. They set the pick. He takes it in, and the serious dunk to finish it off.
Well, the more that Herter attacks like this, the more off balance the defense will become.
Gordon goes in. Yep, it counts. Gordon's got 5.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
So for the Nets, Towns, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's John Morant in for Aaron Gordon. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Mays checked in. Okongwu, the pass to Mays. The 11-footer, he's off on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Pass to Herter. Brooklyn with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Here's Mays. Gallinari on the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Just another example of why Danilo Gallinari is so difficult to guard. Very skilled at getting himself to the stripe.
2 shots.
Gallinari hits them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but he has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And so it's Brooklyn finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
And you also have to give them some credit for the ball movement today. Their assist numbers a little bit above average. That's impressive.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Jordan. Morant is out there with DJ. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's James in at the power forward position. And Mays gets it to go.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Philadelphia. And here's Morant. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Way too easy for Collins. With ideal positioning, he's a real problem out there.
Chandler's shot, good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Hawks trail by 17. Pass to Collins. Fader on the way. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. And Chandler, here we go. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, hits the three-point bomb. Chandler's got 5 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's the pass to Mays. Left side, Collins. A three ball. Another three for Atlanta.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And that one's good. Morant.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Bogdanovich passes to Capella. Chandler against Bogdanovich. Here's Mays. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible comebacks. What distinguishes in your mind those with the resilience to battle back?
I think it starts with a belief and desire. And the great ones truly hate to lose.
Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in. Now here's Bogdanovich. He had 15 points last outing. Passes it to Young. Hunter on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline try. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Love finds Embiid from the arc. And Love with the basket on the assist by Embiid. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Chandler's shot, good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
All right, everybody.
So for the Nets, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for James. And Curry subbed in for DJ. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. Here's Huerter. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Hawks passing it around. To the inside, here's Okongwu. Banked in off the glass. Okongwu's now got his first 2 points.
Well, nice ball rotation there by Collins, sharing the rock from the front court.
Growing up in a military family, John Collins moved around a lot as a kid, Brent, getting to experience different parts of the world.
Yeah, interesting upbringing. Born in Utah, moved to Guam, lived in Turkey. was in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's a lot of life experience for any kid growing up, let alone a guy who's trying to find his way in competitive basketball. And John Collins, maybe playing soccer on all those military bases has helped out that footwork a little bit, Kevin.
Here's Gordon following the basket by Trae Young. Gordon finds Love. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that one's good. Hunter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
The Nets have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. And here's Love for three. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And he gets it to go.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Shot from 12, and that one is good. Young's got 12 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Love finds Gordon. That ball's great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists now in this one.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now, here's Collins. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia. Cans it from downtown.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
And here's Gordon following the three-pointer by Trae Young.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Bobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
Drops in the tray. Love's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
If you hit a three on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
Stolen by Collins. That shot off. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Brooklyn ahead, opening up a huge gap. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down. Always interesting to see how things continue to shake out, right, Shaq?
Don't talk about shakes, Ernie. You know I like that vanilla. You're making me hungry.
Hey, Ernie.
Yeah.
You ever been to Shaq's house? This dude makes the best milkshakes ever.
I've only been to Shaq's house once. I did not get a shake.
Hey, it's good.
Got to have like a little vanilla, a little chocolate, a little coffee in there.
Guys, you're making me hungry. You're making me hungry. Stop.
And taking a look now at that first half, what a showing it's been so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so in the game for the Hawks. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duty. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle.
Well, there's a lot of moves that Cousins can go with on the inside. If he doesn't back you down, he's got a fadeaway and a step back. It's tough to guard on the interior.
Now, here is Young. He's got 18. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
You're worried about his inside game and what everybody else is doing, and the mid-range shot opens up, and Cousins can make that.
Brooklyn foul. His first foul. First team foul.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 5. To the left side wing. Collins wide open. He fires. Packed in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. And Williams, here we go. From deep, James, and the Nets, another 3.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Collins. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. What a dunker this guy is. Collins capable of bringing this crowd out of their seats.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's James. He's got 12. Love kicks to James. And James throws it down.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water. Our man is going for the jugular.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Both teams making some changes here.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Over the last month, getting it done. Averaging about 15 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here is Gallinari. A look at his stats. He averages a bit of for 8 points a game. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that have been the top offensive squad since the All-Star break. The Nets second.
And as we get to the stretch run of this season, it seems their offense has improved. I mean, they're really getting comfortable with one another, and their production has also increased.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And with so many entertainment options these days, Brett, the NBA not shy innovating to attract and retain viewers. Where do you sit with that? Keep it the same or be creative?
Well, I think the league does a great job of being creative, and I think that Adam Silver does a really good job of not just being a leader, but being a listener. And there's tremendous participation between the Players Association and the commissioner and the ownership group to continue to press the way that the game is played, try to innovate in the way that the game is broadcast, and it'll continue to do those sort of things to draw in the fans that love this game and are invited to that kind of competition.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
Both shots good from the stripe. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Gallinari. Poked away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. The pass to Reeves. There's the triple. And he's good on the 3-ball. Reeves has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Giannis knows he's a magnet for the defense, and that time just got off the ball.
Young makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And the turnover again by Atlanta.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Trae Young. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Second in scoring. And he's one of the most creative passers in the game, ranked 3rd overall in assists per.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Here's Mays. This is to Okongwu, and stolen by Jordan. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And Atlanta has possession. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Ball's knocked loose. Chandler with the steal. Here's Jordan going inside. It's good. Jordan's got his first points of the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And they've done a terrific job defensively, causing some turnovers, and then cashing in on those, well, that just makes all the difference.
Here's Herder, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Just 4 to shoot. No good there. The Nets have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Driving the lane.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Here's Mays. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Gordon comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Morant. He's checked in for Jordan. And Curry subbed in for DJ. Now here's Gordon. 11 points in the game. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, a fantastic passer at his position. Gordon stays alert and ready to pass to an open teammate.
Here's Mays. 1:03 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Herter, guarded by Kerr. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kevin Herter's favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade, and that's why he wears the number 3.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Morant against Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's Gordon missing, and they'll get another chance. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Here's May. In the corner, Collins with it. Knocks down the 3 ball. Collins has got 15 points.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Morant finds Gordon. 4 seconds separating the shot game clocks. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks.
20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. Here he goes, and he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Great strides in honing in his shot, looking more and more comfortable on the offensive end is Bogdanovich.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so it's Brooklyn with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Williams is out there with Morant. And it's Love in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Young outside. Second chance shot. Not going to go that time. Morant with some nice D.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Cousins with the bucket.
Well, it takes a lot of practice and hard work for anybody to be a three-point shooter. How about DeMarcus Cousins, a center in the NBA, showing that kind of touch?
Here's Young. Here is Carlisle. James covering. A nice shot by Carlisle.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, the big finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays happen well above the rim.
Passes it to Carlisle. Craig with a screen on Morant. Here's Carlisle. Brooklyn with the rebound. Cousins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's James. That ball's great assist by Love.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Young. Against Williams. Shot from the top of the key, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
Trae Young, one of those guys who you feel is capable of going off at any moment. One of the league's elite scorers.
And James throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
They set the pick. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and stolen by James. And here we go. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Carlisle. Up against Bogdanovich. Shoots over Cousins. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Buries it from three-point range. Craig's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. James, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
And with the 2020 class, we saw your teammate, Tim Duncan, get inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame.
I loved hearing some of the stories that other players and coaches and competitors had around going up against Tim, and the reverence, the respect, that they could never rattle him. It's so cool to hear those stories from the outside, having been a player so fortunate to be on the inside and understand what made him tick, what made him great, and just how special he was as a leader for so long for that Spurs organization.
Johnson up top. That shot off. The Nets have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. That one drops for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
The Hawks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Johnson, the pass to Young. Gallinari outside. Johnson sets the screen for Gallinari. Kicks it to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From deep, Jordan. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since being drafted.
Johnson outside. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow it.
Gordon kicks to Giannis. Back to Gordon. Into the lane, and they double up Gordon. Here's Reeves. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And Mays gets it to go.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And here's Chandler from the arc, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72. Adding to the storied season one more time.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Love.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Rejected by Towns. I mean, he's become a great shot blocker.
And here's Chandler, who brings it up with the Nets. Down low. Nets passing it around. Reeves the pass to Gordon. Now Towns. Capella covering. Nailed from three-point land.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
It's Young on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, take your choice. You could either foul him or watch him dunk. Well, actually, in this case, you could get both.
Here's Towns. Gets it to fall.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And now it's time to present the New Balance Player of the Game.